You say island expansion every time we watch this game. Meanwhile, there's a Banshee harassing that siege tank from Tarson, so Tarson needs to maybe pump out a few more Ravens and get his Ravens to really stick with his army. So that was kind of a nice little rope-a-dope there from Goody. Forced the Raven away from the main army, which allowed the Banshee to put some damage on that. So really nice play there, as much as it pains me to admit it.
I know, and island expansion, I do love it, Tarson is aware of it, though, so that's going to be rough. 4 mules dropping down to that island expansion right now, as well as the planetary fortress being upgraded there. A great decision there by Goody. However, there is a sneaky expand here from Tarson at this high yield. He only has 1 SCV mining that at the bottom right-hand corner, so sneaky expansions all around. So both of these players are making me happy in that regard. Meanwhile, Tarson's main army is just kind of chilling here in the center of the map, unable to move into Goody's base because it's just so darn well reinforced.
Yeah, absolutely, and here they comes moving out. He's got those Thors. Maybe they'll be the hero Thors we saw last time from Goody. He's going to try to move out. Tarson needs to be very careful because Goody is, as I saw in the last game, he's known for that. All of a sudden, he's just turtled up. Huge move out. So we'll see exactly how it works. Looks like he's planning that right now.
Oh gosh, I don't know if I like this. I liked how Goody was just sitting there. He's moving right into these already sieged up siege tanks. No, don't do this. His siege tanks sieging up themselves. Will they be able to do the sufficient amount of splash damage? Thor's up front trying to tank it up, but you don't want to move into a situation where the other tanks are already sieged up. Goody dropping those Vikings down. Vikings getting a siege tank kill there, and that was a fairly even exchange. Tarson bringing in reinforcements, though, with these Marines and this Raven being in play. That's going to make a huge difference if he drops down that point defense drone. SCV's getting in the game here for Goody on the repair. What will happen in this altercation? Oh no, Goody, with the superior number of siege tanks, going to be able to just pump everything full of lead. And Tarson, I think, needs to pull out at this point. But, oh no, he brought in his own Banshee as these siege tanks are just completely vulnerable right now to this attack, as this Banshee's getting free kills, essentially, on these siege tanks. And it looked like to me like there's a drop here from Tarson at the natural expansion of Goody, but it immediately gets thwarted by some additional Thors from Goody.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a nice choice right there. Goody, like you said, superior amount of siege tanks. He lost a lot of Thors and a lot of, Marines in that engagement, but he's got Thors back up. He's still got some siege tanks, so quite the bold move by Goody moving in there. I think it actually worked out for him in the long run. I think he wanted this position really bad. He wanted the map control. He wanted the Xel'Naga. You see he's setting up shop. You see the 3 missile turrets set to be, taken. Meanwhile, he's moving those Thors in to get that Raven. Oh, the Raven gets away with 8 hit points. That would have been devastating if he could have gotten that. He could have really then moved in with some Banshees and caused some damage. Meanwhile, Tarson's like, I'm loading up some medevacs, and I am taking the fight to you. So he's got really filled up medevacs here with some siege tanks, Marauders, Marine, dropping them on the high ground. Classic Lost Temple, sieging them up. Going to just completely stop. Goody has to pull right out, completely stop mining at that natural. That natural is done for at this point, unless he can get something to deal with what's on the top there. Love that. You don't see it as often as you used to, I feel, and it's just great.
God, it is great. Right now, Danny, I'm at 2507, and let me know if we're out of sync. Scans going down all over the place. Tarson just dropping that siege warfare. He's got his bio units on the low ground, going to take down that armory, preventing any future upgrades, which is actually a great decision because that was a huge factor in last game. Tarson really laying on the pressure, but Thor is here. The Thors are going to try to make the difference. Will the Thors be able to take out those siege tanks? This one Thor's up front. He's a corporal with 5 kills. Will he be able to make the difference? Goody's Banshee pumping that remaining siege tank full of lead, really making the difference there, as Tarson's medevac does discover this sneaky expand up here in the top left-hand corner, so Tarson is fully aware of that sneaky expansion now.
Yeah, absolutely. The harvester count is about starting to even out, 44 to 58. Not entirely even, but you want to see. We finally see Tarson is really starting to saturate this high yield, which is what's causing his income to be so high, I think, as well as having a few mules down. We see just 4 mules for Goody. Meanwhile, Tarson has dropped siege tanks at this expansion here. They finally take out that Banshee. We see that Thor being, just dropped it just in time not to go out. Basically, the Thor forces them to move forward so the planetary fortress can attack them. Those 3 Marauders are not going to be able to stop that planetary fortress, that's for sure.
No, they aren't, and Tarson's kind of pulling him up If he can drop them in that sweet spot back there in the back, he'll be able to take down that missile turret. Let's see if Tarson is able to do that. He does. Drops those Marauders down there in the sweet spot, and now they're, oh no, once they take out that missile turret, this thing's going to be open up for business. And taking down the refinery, missile turret explodes there, and this is just back and forth from Tarson and Goody. This is quite the epic game already.
Yeah, absolutely. The Planetary Fortress in the game, taking out those Marauders. They're trying to get healed up. He's trying to find that sweet spot where, as you said, where he can keep those Marauders, where they can attack the SCVs, keep them from mining. He's found the spot. He's right there. The Planetary Fortress can't quite hit him. Basically, even though he can't destroy the Planetary Fortress, there comes the medevac to deal with that, though. That's finally going to basically put an end to this and allow basically healing versus damage there. Oh, nice pickup there. Really nice micro from Tarson, and I really liked that.
Tarson's been doing great on these pickups. Will he be able to pick up these units before they die? This Banshee from Goody just trying to take care of business. Picking up again. Nice micro by Tarson. Very nice micro, in my opinion. Tarson, though, has a Raven and a Viking up here, dropping down the point defense drone, which is eating up all the damage from that missile turret. It just yum, yum, yum. I love your missiles. Allowing Tarson's Banshees to get in the game now, just opening fire on this Planetary Fortress, which is now just completely exposed. And by the way, we see another expansion going up here at the 2 o'clock position for Goody, realizing he needs to open up his options as this Planetary Fortress is just under siege.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got actually two command centers in play right here. They're building up. He's like, I need to go and try to out macro here. I'm losing this. He knows he's losing the island. He needs to. So a good choice here to just take out 2 expansions. I wonder. I don't think he's seen the. He has not seen the high level or the high yield expansion from Tarson. So that's interesting. I wonder if he's even going to take a little peek over there, because that has been mining away. He's really mined it really well, gotten a lot of income out of that. So that's definitely been an effective move by Tarson, taking that at as early as he did.
It was an effective move, and look at this little missile turret line being dropped here by Goody in the bottom left-hand corner, preventing anything from flying that direction. I kind of like that. Let's see if that comes into play right now, as a whole bunch of air is flying in at this point. I think, though, if he's able to get this drop down here from these medevacs, he's just going to be able to get free kills on these missile turrets. Marines being dropped down on the ground, and now these missile turrets aren't going to be able to do much. Might be able to take out a medevac or two. But I think that's overall that's going to be a waste of money, a interesting, innovative idea by Goody, but it's just not going to work out this game.
Yeah, I think I don't think he was done quite setting it up. Another missile turret, there was kind of a hole there where they were able to slide through. Another missile turret would have made all the difference. I do like it. It's innovative. It's different, and you know we like that a whole lot. Nobody likes to see the same strategy every game, and that's why these pro players are just so much fun to watch.
They are in the income tab right now. Tarson has been ahead in the income big time for a while, as Goody is just now starting to catch up at 700 minerals. God, these Banshees. Banshees is the story of this game, man. Click on these Banshees. One of them from Tarson has 17 kills. Another one has 10. Another one has 5. They are just murdering. What can you do about these Banshees? They're going to have to go hide behind the cover of these missile turrets, which are going up right now for Goody at this expansion. The secret's out, folks. This Planetary Fortress is here, though, and a whole bunch of Hellions. A real lack of anti-air by Tarson. Oh no, all these bio units are going to run right headfirst into all this pre-igniter action. All these siege tanks. Who will be victorious? There just might be too much healing and too many Marauders in this situation. Thor is here. Goody bringing in that Thor, trying to deal with this. Goody with the Viking as well, trying to push away those medevacs. And overall, I would say that Tarson was victorious in this little skirmish. Tarson now pulling out, going down to the expansion below that, and just pumping all those SCVs full of lead. This is action, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. Goody forced to lift off that expansion. No other choice. Whereas meanwhile, oh, those siege tanks are way out of position. Those Marauders could tear them up. He lost 3 siege tanks. That is a terrible thing to have happen right now. He needs every unit he can get. Meanwhile, he's really trying to keep this expansion up and running. He needs it really bad. If we look at the income, still Tarson still ahead. He's still got that high yield. Meanwhile, just putting the pressure on with these Marauders. He's stealth, or he basically sniped that missile turret, allowing these Banshees to come flying in. The Banshees take out the Thor and are just taking out SCVs, and they are just free licks on that Planetary Fortress now.
Oh man, well they do pull out there, as there were a couple missile turrets in the game. I tell you what, Tarson is doing a superior job of containing the economy of Goody. Goody not so much doing a great job of containing the economy of Tarson. As I say that, though, there is a bunch of Hellions pre-igniting the heck out of these mules here at the 6 o'clock position. Speaking of economy containment, but that high yield expansion basically got completely mined out here at the 5 o'clock position from Tarson. He really benefited from getting no pressure whatsoever at that expansion.
Yeah, absolutely. Goody doesn't even know that it exists. He still doesn't know that it exists. And meanwhile, he's just trying to deal with these Banshees attacking these planetary fortresses. It is now fully up. The Vikings chasing them off. Meanwhile, the rest of Goody's army just still holding on to this Xel'Naga with a couple of siege tanks and a few Thors. I wonder exactly what his plan is. He needs to, I think he